Yo, what's up? This is Raider Rawport in the building. About to show you something. Show the Raider fans something here. I like to look at these different, media outlets when they report some news about the Raiders. Because if you follow them like I have for so many years, for 30 years now, 30 years plus, 34 years, damn, 35 years, Jesus, 35, 36 years, right? The media always cuts us down. They always find a way to cut us down, and didn't they do it right here? So these guys at CBS Sports HQ, I got something for you, but we're gonna save it for the end of the video. But look how they started out. The one dude on the right over here says some good stuff about the Raiders, but the dude on the left has to say this about the Kansas City Chiefs and then goes right into the Raiders, and look at his energy, bro. These motherfuckers, all they do is hate. You can hate all day because you're not part of us. The Raider Nation does not claim weenies like you. That's why Wi-Fi weenie will never be accepted fully into the Raider fan base. That fool could never go to a legitimate Raider party somewhere. That fool dumping his pants. I'm just saying. Just saying, because the real Raider fans, they're all homies. In and out of prison, motorcycle motherfuckers, the lowriders, and all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? We're everywhere. We're everywhere. It's the fucking Raider Nation. But let's get into this. I want you guys to see this shit and tell me what the fuck you think. This is Raiders Rawport with Mitchell Benz, not to be confused with Mitchell Renz or Wi-Fi Weenie. We don't do that shit here. We keep it raw and uncut, straight in your motherfucking face like the real Raiders do. Let's get it fucking cracking.
That is one thing. Player development is the next step, and few do it better than this franchise currently in Kansas City. They're going to get the most out of these guys, whatever those ceilings are. The Raiders, on the other hand, player development and draft often coming into question here. It's a franchise that goes about their business the way they want under a number of different front offices. Head scratchers are the theme.
This puto said head scratchers are the theme. Let's check it out, homie. Since you want to say head scratchers are the theme, whatever your puto ass name is at CBS Sports headquarters, hey, me and you in the same room, homie, scratching nuts would be your motherfucking thing, because I'd be fucking punting those motherfuckers across the fucking room, bro. Punt. Motherfucking what's his name? Old school Shane Leckler, that motherfucker. Or fucking Janikowski, that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, like, I can't stand motherfuckers like that, bro. I cannot stand all these motherfuckers like to cut us down. But the homeboy on the right, hey, he's showing some love, and let's get into that.
Did you see a through line to this draft strategy this season, Ryan?
No, to hesitate.
You could say no.
Answer. Yeah. It felt ebbed and flowed, maybe is the way to put it. I gave him a B-. The Brock Bowers pick, he's a top 10 pick, and much the same way we talk about Michael Penix Jr. being a really good football player, the fit is where you question what's going on, especially given that they drafted Michael Mayer in round 2.
Yeah, I felt the same way, but when you think about it, we're going to be running a lot of 2 tight end sets, a lot of play action, running the shit out of the rock, running it right down your throat, pounding it right down your motherfucking throat, and you ain't gonna be able to stop it. Do you guys remember how we fucking beat KC on Christmas? Do you guys remember that? Now, if we can beat KC like that on Christmas, we can beat anybody on any given motherfucking Sunday. And that's just my humble Raider opinion. Keep it a buck. Yeah, I'm a Raider fan. So I'm not the kind of Raider fan that's just, every year is our year. And that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I like the way these guys drafted. I like the players they picked. They are Telesco and Pierce are very fucking smart. You could already tell this draft looks different from Mayock and Gruden, and looks different from Ziegler and McDukey, Josh McDaniels. Josh McDukey. I got his name wrong. You know what I'm saying? It looks different. It feels different. Hey, I'm digging it. He's saying a lot of good things. He said a B+. Man, we got an A+, bro. We knocked it out the fucking park. Let's go.
I know that Luke Getsy, the new offensive coordinator, likes to run 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. So that part I get. I love Jackson Powers-Johnson there. I actually was really high on Delmar Glaze. I thought he might go at the end of day 2, and that's what happened. We talked to Tommy Eichenberg, incredibly soft-spoken, Rick, but he plays with an edge. And Dylan Lobby out of New Hampshire, we saw him down at the Senior Bowl, and he's a good player. I just wonder about the athleticism. They did fill some needs along the offensive line, which they had to do. They got some cornerback help, but only on day 3, so I don't know how much better they are compared to the other teams in that division.
Yeah, I know Tom very well. In fact, we were co-chairs of the GM committee that was a subcommittee off the competition committee, if you can.
And who asked you anything, fucking peanut head puto? Nobody asked you shit, homie. You know, I'm like, dude, if we ever saw this cat in real life, he wouldn't be saying what he's saying in that goddamn studio. That motherfucker would be scared as fuck. Thought he was walking through a fucking prison yard somewhere. I'm just fucking around. I'm being a little extra tonight. I feel good. I love what I'm seeing with the draft. I love what they did, but I don't like this guy. This guy's a little rude. Pedazo de mierda, homie. He's a piece of shit. I don't like, see how he had to come in with the negative? Oh, I don't know how they stack up with the rest of the AFC West teams, though. You know what I'm saying? And then the other guys got to kind of, they got to play good cop, bad cop. It's always like that on all these fucking shows. They got one motherfucker that might stick up for the Raiders, and everyone else is just fucking taking shots at them. You know why? Because they can't be us. They hate us because they can't be a Raider. Woo! Al Davis style. Fuck that. Let's get back into it.
Chairs of the GM committee that was a subcommittee off the competition committee, if you can put all
That's a lot of committees. That's a busy man.
Yeah, but Tom, I think, does very well what he does. He's going to truly follow his board. We're going to talk about a little bit later, Joe, on some of the things that I observed, but Brock Bowers was just too good of a talent to pass up.
At the time, I was like, fuck, I wanted, one of those good linemen, those first-round linemen, right? But in hindsight, within a few minutes, I was like, when I seen who he was, and I remember my brother was telling me about him, I'm like, yeah, I remember that dude. The dude's a beast. Brock Bowers we stole like 3-4 cats in this draft. Maybe 5. Hey, you could call it me being optimistic. That's what I feel. That's what I see. I know I'm not an NFL scout, but hey, I'm just telling you, and I hope you feel the same way too. Let's keep it rolling.
Jackson Powers-Johnson, we all thought, and I thought he was going to go in the first round, and I really loved him because he thought that I dressed with drip when he had him on his stage. I don't know.
Many draft experts had Powers-Johnson going as high as maybe top 20 in the first round. First 20 picks. They had him going up there in the first round, maybe. This guy's a beast. And we got him in the second round. You feel me? Tom Telesco, hey, this cat knows what he's doing. It just looks so different and smells so different, and I'm loving it. This is the Raider Nation. Yo, I hope you guys are peeping this shit out. Hey, it is what it is. We're gonna roll with this shit. I'm digging it, and I really think some might not like what I'm saying right now, but do not be surprised if Aiden O'Connell, and I said this a few weeks ago, do not be surprised if the con man himself, Aiden O'Connell, yeah, me and my brother gave him that name, the con man, since last year, because we're like, he's gonna con everybody. People are gonna look at this dude and think he can't play, and he's gonna develop, and he's gonna be the starter. I'm sorry. I said that before the draft. We're gonna stick to that. Let's get back into this and see what else they got to say.
It means, but apparently it means it's a compliment. I wasn't as high on Glaze as you was. I thought that he struggled down at the Senior Bowl, especially when they moved him inside the guard. And then Eichenberg is just an old school two-down Mike football player. So he followed his board. A lot of times, GMs, the first time they get to work with a new scouting staff, you struggle a little bit because you don't know how they grade. So you're trying to grade and try to put all the grades together. Until you work for a couple of years, it's just like anything else. You get to know each other. I knew that if this scout said this about a receiver, I'm going to go the opposite way because he was horrible at the receiver, but I did respect what he said.
That sounds...
I'm just telling you, Telesco, Pierce, I really think they did a number on this year's draft. It just looks different. It just smells different. It moves different. It's because it is different. And don't forget, this is the Raiders Raw Port with Mitchell Benz. not to be confused with Mitchell Renz and the Raiders Report with Mitchell Renz, and not to be confused with Wi-Fi Weenie, because we don't do that shit here. We keep it raw and uncut. We don't do it any other way because we are the true Raider Nation. And I'm representing for all my brothers that can't do this and can't talk like me. Hey, I'll be the voice proudly if you allow me to. So, hey, all I'm doing here is telling you how I feel from a genuine Raider fan's point of view. You can like it, you can not like it, learn to love it, because it's not going anywhere. And forgive me, I had to cut a little promo on you guys. Had to. But yo, thank you for liking, watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being here. Leave your comments down in the comment section. This has been the Raiders Report with Mitchell Benz, not Mitchell Renz, and definitely not Wi-Fi Weenie. We don't do that shit here like we always do this time. We out.